So where is this clock? Okay, well, to see this, we got to zoom in on a human being. And the first thing we see is that a human's made up of 100 trillion cells. And most of the theories say that we age because our cells age. So this is a good place to start looking for that clock. We got to zoom in any further, and we find that every cell contains a nucleus. And I should say that cells are dividing all the time. We don't grow up and get bigger because our cells get bigger. We get bigger because they divide. Okay, the exception would be when you become obese, because that's where fat cells get bigger. But in most cases, the cells just divide and you increase your number of cells. So when a cell divides, everything inside that cell needs to be duplicated so that the two new cells that get made are identical to the parent cell. Well, that includes the chromosomes, which are shown here in blue. We each have 23 different types of chromosomes. And if we zoom in on one of these chromosomes, we see that a chromosome is made up of two arms, top arm and a bottom arm. And inside these arms are found our DNA. And DNA is where all of our genes are contained that give us our eye color, hair color, etc. And so for the moment of identifying this clock, I want you to think of this DNA in there as a very large, long shoelace. And we know at the very tips of our shoelaces are caps that protect our shoelaces. Well, our DNA has the same thing. They're found at the very tips, shown here in yellow. And these are our telomeres. The telomeres are found at the tip of every single DNA molecule we have. So that's where the clock is. The clock is at the telomere. And to explain how this is a clock, we need to zoom in now on the telomere, kind of unravel the DNA that's there. And we see that the telomere is about 15,000 bases in length, at least when we're first conceived. DNA is measured in units called bases, and typical chromosomes about 100 million bases in length. The telomere is only about 15,000 bases when we're first conceived, so it's a pretty small part of the DNA.